"Mom, can you grab extra bandages? You're in the way." The young soldier barely glanced at her as he hurried past, his voice sharp with urgency. The field hospital buzzed with chaos. Shouts echoed, feet pounded, blood stained the floor, and lives teetered on the edge. The medic team operated like a well-oiled machine, everyone except her. She wore no combat boots, no rank on her shoulder, just a nurse's uniform, sleeves rolled down, hair neatly pinned, clutching a clipboard. They called her just the nurse. She glided between stretchers, delivering medications, tweaking 4 lines, dressing wounds. She didn't issue commands or claim space. Her movements were precise, quiet, like someone who knew more than she revealed. Civilian contractor, new hire? A private half joked. Doesn't even have a trauma pack. Probably admin, another muttered. Bet she's never seen combat. They didn't know her name. Didn't bother to ask, just gave polite nods as she passed, until one moment turned everything upside down. Colonel Hayes entered the makeshift triage area, dust clinging to his boots, sweat streaking his brow. He'd just returned from orchestrating an air evacuation under enemy fire. Tossing his helmet aside, he barked for a casualty update, his gaze sweeping the room before freezing. His eyes locked on her. The nurse was calmly securing a tourniquet on a young soldier, her hands steady and efficient. The colonel's face flickered with confusion, then disbelief. He stepped closer. "Where'd you get that tattoo?" His voice sliced through the noise, drawing every eye. She looked up, meeting his stare. For the first time, people noticed the ink peeking formicula's her left sleeve, a hawk inside a black triangle, faded but distinct. Military, but no ordinary unit. The colonel's tone softened, almost a whisper. "That emblem's classified. You don't just wear it." Silence hung heavy. The nurse rolled her sleeve to her elbow, revealing the full tattoo, clean, authentic, hard-earned. She held his gaze. "I didn't wear it," she said quietly. "I lived it." The colonel stepped back. "Alpha Zulu 9, Somalia, Operation Silent Ember. You were on that mission." The room went still. Soldiers froze mid-stride. A suture kit clattered to the floor. "That op was locked away," someone murmured. "She's no ordinary nurse." The colonel spoke again, hushed. "She's Ghost Team, one of the medics who went dark after the chopper crashed. Kept 3 men alive for 9 days behind enemy lines. I saw the debrief. We thought she didn't make it." She didn't correct him, just resumed bandaging the soldier before her, as if nothing had shifted. The colonel spoke again, softer now. "I'm sorry I didn't recognize you at first." She offered a weary half-smile. "That's the idea." Word spread like wildfire. Soldiers who'd barely met her eyes before now whispered her name like a legend. Her real name, Sergeant First Class Amara Klene, one of the rare field medics embedded in covert ops. Decorated, discharged, and quietly reassigned to field hospitals. Not for glory, not for rank, but because she believed saving lives without fanfare was the truest duty. That evening, a young medic approached her. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" She looked at him and said, "Because in here, no one's a hero. Everyone bleeds the same. The work matters, not the name." From then on, she wasn't just the nurse. They called her Mom. They paid attention. They saw how she stabilized a collapsed lung with one needle, how she stitched wounds under pressure while murmuring reassurance to men twice her size. She taught without preaching, led without raising her voice. But the real change came in the colonel. He sent a discreet note to HQ, a personnel status update. 1 line, a request to reinstate former SFC Amara Klene to lead trauma protocol training across battalions. Leadership beyond rank. It was approved in 48 hours. A week later, she stood before the entire field hospital staff, not in a nurse's apron, but in combat fatigues, her sleeve rolled just high enough to show the hawk tattoo. She didn't share her story. She didn't need to. They all knew now. Because sometimes the fiercest warriors don't wield weapons. They carry silence, skill, and the weight of missions no one will ever read about. Before we close this story, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. They thought she was just a nurse until the ink on her arm and the respect it commanded spoke for her. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share your thoughts below, and hit that subscribe button.